Hey guys, it's Two Games or Adam, and it's time to continue my series of the things that only players from a specific season will remember. I've done the 5 things that Season 1 players will remember, I've done the 5 things that Season 2 players will remember, and now it's time to go over 11 things that only Season 3 players will remember here in Fortnite. Now, of course, before we jump into those 11 things, I want to remind you guys of the giveaway I'll be doing over the month of June. I'll be giving away a total of 30,000 V-Bucks, and to enter, it is so easy. All you have to do is drop a like on today's video, and let me guys know right now in the comment section below if you won the giveaway, what skin would you buy? I'll be picking all the winners on the 10th of August. Now, what I want you guys to do is let me guys know right now in the comment section below, what season did you start playing Fortnite on? Was it season 1, 2, 3, 4? Maybe you just started playing recently. Let me guys know right now in the comment section below. And besides that, let's go ahead and look at 11 things that only Season 3 players will remember. Starting us off here in the number 11 spot, and when talking about Season 3, we have to start off by going over all of the Battle Pass skins. And in my opinion, the Season 3 Battle Pass has some of the nicest skins in the game, or at least some of the nicest set of skins. The 2 skins that really jump out for me are the Dark Voyager skin, because of course the Dark Voyager is such a nice skin, and then of course you have the Reaper skin, 2 skins that a lot of people use today. And of course, this entire Battle Pass theme was like the astronaut theme, so back bling went along with that. But overall, out of the early seasons that didn't have any crazy evolving skins like we have here in the 5th season, and of course in the previous season as well, out of Season 2 and 3, Season 3 hands down has the nicest Battle Pass skins. So coming in at the number 10 spot, we have the Comet, and back in Season 3, the Comet was such a big thing. So one day, out of nowhere, randomly, this comet appears in the sky, and nobody knows why, and everyone's just making these speculation videos, and there are tons of theories going around on what is this comet gonna hit, why is it in the sky. To go along with that, they put in a bunch of telescopes around the map, so it was such a cool little event that happened. And of course, towards the end of the season, you guys know exactly what happened. It hit a Dusty Depot and created Dusty Divots, but there were a ton of crazy theories out there, and the comet was pretty much the beginning of the whole Fortnite story. Maybe there was something prior to that, but it wasn't anything big or major. The comet was really the beginning of this entire backstory we have right now in Fortnite. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have the introduction of weekly challenges, and a lot of things in this season were introduced into Fortnite, and weekly challenges was a big one, just because for those of you who played back in Season 2, trying to get through all 70 tiers to unlock that the Black Knight tier 70 skin, which is pretty much equivalent to a tier 100 skin, it was such a grind, just because the only way you could actually get through tiers or unlock stars to get those tiers unlocked was by ranking up or completing daily challenges. And if you completed every daily challenge, you would probably get it, but for those of you who didn't play every day, you know, the chances of unlocking that tier 70 skin was super unlikely. And again, ranking up doesn't really give you that many of those gold stars, so these weekly challenges really changed the way the Battle Pass worked, and it made it a lot more manageable for those casual players to get through the entire Battle Pass. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have the introduction of the Portafort, and the reason why I have it on this list is just because the Portafort was kind of the beginning, the first thing that they added to Fortnite to kind of help out some of the more casual players, because building is obviously a massive part of Fortnite, and being able to throw down something is a lot easier than having to, you know, build it yourself. So the Portafort is kind of the beginning of this trend of Epic Games adding in and changing things to benefit the casual player, and especially now we've seen a lot of that, and we're going to see a lot more of that here in Season 5. So coming in at the number 7 spot, we have the introduction of the Blitz game mode, and this was big in Season 3 because for the longest time, a lot of people, or the large portion of the community, wanted some kind of a fast-paced version of Fortnite, and that's exactly what we got with Blitz. Now, we haven't seen this mode much in Fortnite recently. I believe the end of May was the last time we had this in Fortnite, which was version 2, so we've only had 2 versions of Blitz. And for those of you that have not experienced Blitz, it's pretty much just a faster version of Fortnite. The circle closes in a lot faster. You actually spawn in on the map with the circle already kind of positioned on the map, where part of the storm on the map, and materials are increased, you know, ammo increased, chest spawn increased, you know, weapon rarity increased, all this stuff has been increased, and it's just a lot faster and a lot more enjoyable than your regular solo duos or squads. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have the short lifespan of the guided missile. And for those of you who played Fortnite back in Season 3 and you use this thing, you know exactly how OP this thing was. There was never a gun like this in Fortnite where if you found it or you killed somebody and got it, would greatly increase your chance of winning like the guided missile. This thing was insane. Kills were so easy to get, and even in squads and duos, if you had one guy sitting back with this thing, it just instantly overwhelmed the other team, and this thing was so OP it was removed within a week, and maybe, who knows, one day we might see a less OP version of this thing return to Fortnite. In the number 5 spot, one massive thing that was added in during Season 3 was something called first shot accuracy. And for those of you that don't know what this is, before this was added in, whenever you aim down at somebody and you were like locked onto them, aiming directly on them, there was a chance that your shot would miss for no reason, even if you were aiming directly at them, and that was kind of like an RNG thing, and it was really frustrating when you would have a headshot lined up and you would shoot and your shot would go into outer space, right? It made no sense. So they added something in where with your first shot, no matter where you were aiming, your bullet would go, right? After that, it would be turned into an RNG fest, but that first shot would always go wherever you were aiming, and that was kind of the start of this whole first shot accuracy thing in Fortnite. Coming in at the number 4 spot, one thing that has changed so much over the last couple of seasons has been the map, and a couple of locations that are no longer in the game and were last in Season 3 were Dusty Depot, which is still kind of in the game, but not the original legit Dusty, and then of course the factories outside of Dusty. Now, I know there are more locations that have changed, but these are kind of OG locations that are no longer in the game, and Dusty was always this area where you would always die. It was always this death zone area, and then of course the factories, which were right outside of Dusty, which is a place I landed all the time, which is no longer in the game. So that area was in the game from the very beginning, and of course when the meteor hit at the beginning of Season 4, it removed the factories, and of course it removed Dusty Depot as well. So coming in at the number 3 spot, we have an item that a lot of you who played during Season 3 may or may not have, and I'm not talking about Battle Pass items, I'm talking about a back bling that was given away for free by Epic Games because during a certain period of time during Season 3, there was a massive problem with servers. It was either down, or it was hard to connect to, or you were disconnecting all the time, so they gave away this free back bling. I believe it was called a Rust Bucket, and it was only available in the item shop for maybe 2 or 3 days, so even if you played back then, there's a chance you might have missed out on this item, but it is an item that is definitely going to be more and more rare as we go on here in Fortnite because it was only there for a couple of days. So for those of you who actually have this item, it is pretty awesome. It will definitely be a rare item one day, but for now, it is one way to show you are a Season 3 player. Coming in at the number 2 spot, one of the more frustrating things about Season 3 has to be the weapon swap delay. Now, this is one thing that was not just with shotguns, because obviously right now we have this thing in Fortnite where there's a delay between shotgun shots no matter what the shotgun is, so double pump has like legit been removed, but back in Season 3 it was more of kind of like this glitch slash Epic Games trying to kind of remove the double pump strategy, or just swapping really quickly, where you would swap from say a shotgun to an AR and your AR would be out for seconds, right? 2-3 seconds, and you would not be able fail to shoot. And it happened all the time, and it was so incredibly frustrating. Again, even if you weren't double pumping, right, or double shotgunning, it would just give you this massive delay for no reason, and it hands down was probably one of those more frustrating things during Season 3. So coming in at the #1 spot, the one thing that I think a lot of people don't talk about all that much anymore regarding Season 3, and this was such a massive thing during the season, was, of course, about the comet, but where people thought it was originally going to hit. So everyone now knows that the comet hit Dusty Depot, and it created Dusty Divot, but everyone was convinced that originally the comet was going to hit Tilted Towers, right? Everyone was convinced, right? Tilted Towers was such a problem in Fortnite. You know, everyone was constantly landing there, and everyone thought that this was gonna be the place that got destroyed, not Dusty Depot, and people were streaming all the time, you know, today Tilted Towers is gonna get hit, but it never happened. And of course, at the start of Season 4, we find out that it was Dusty Depot that got hit, and everyone was all confused. But all throughout Season 3, everyone was talking about Tilted Towers is almost done, it's almost gone, and it never ended up happening. So there you have it, guys. Those are 11 things that only Season 3 players will remember. And like I said, it feels like Season 3 was so long ago, even though it really wasn't all that long ago. It was this year, but it feels like it was ages ago. And let me guys know right now in the comment section below, what season did you start playing Fortnite? I'm really curious to see. And besides that, guys, enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe for more Fortnite videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.